Hi everyone, I'm the rum.
And I'm the wine.
We're an expat couple from Austria and Barbados that have moved here to Dublin, Ireland, where we've been living for the past 3 years. We make videos twice a week about what life is like in Dublin, how to adjust to living here, and of course, how to thrive once you're here and settled in.
And we also do some other resources, so make sure to check the links in the description for those.
Definitely. And please do subscribe.
So in this video we're going to talk about why is Dublin, or Ireland in general, so popular with expats. So we'll go through some different points that are often considered by expats when they move country, that were also considered by us when we decided to move here, to just help you understand why are there so many expats here and why is it so popular. So point number one has to be the job opportunities, since a lot of expats do move for their job or their career opportunities. Dublin, perhaps, if you live in the EU or in Europe, is famous for having a lot of tech companies and the headquarters for the EU and sometimes even the Middle East or the African area. So what that basically means when you walk into Grand Canal area in Dublin,
where I work,
where probably also a lot of our viewers who are expats in Dublin work, because it sometimes feels like that's where all the offices are. But pretty much it's like going through what I imagine Silicon Valley looks like, but just a miniature version. Because you walk through, you see your Facebook, you see your Google, you see your Amazon. They just keep buying up more properties like Google. There's like news stories that they just bought up more places, LinkedIn bought up more places. And there's just so many different tech companies here, and obviously in those big buildings, someone has to work there. And a lot of the time it is expats, because the jobs would be relating not just to the Irish market, but to the entire EU or even Middle East and African countries. So these companies are always looking for people with the language skills for those countries, preferably native speakers, because they would also know the cultural cues, which are really important when it comes to sales. So you may be wondering now, after talking about all these tech giants, do we like work at Facebook and Google and whatever? We don't.
Nope.
But it seems like a truth universally acknowledged that where the big tech companies go, often the startup scene goes as well. That's where a lot of innovation happens, or a lot of companies that are trying to grow because they have all the big tech partners there. And that's pretty much where we work. We both work at startups, and there is actually a big startup scene in Dublin. There is, interestingly enough, also a big creative industry scene, especially when it comes to film and animation. So they are actually literally on the critical skills list, so the skills list that you can get a specific visa for. They have a lot of animation stuff and art director stuff, because Ireland is really trying to build that industry.
After that quite lengthy point number one, wondering what's next. And that is number two, English. The English language, my mother language, or, well, yes, my mother language, I go on Muttersprache, because I'm learning German. I'm not going to be an English speaker only for long. But speaking of that, most people's second language would actually be English. Second or third, most people, especially in the EU, Julia herself included, you know English either as a second language that you speak close to native level, or it's the language you speak, the business language, so to speak. Also, Dublin has a lot of English language schools as well, so it's really a hub for English speakers besides the UK. But Brexit happens, so if you want your authentic EU English speaking experience, Ireland's the place to come. But because of this, there are a lot of people who are coming to study in English, speak English, just have that experience as an English speaking country. So that's also one of the reasons that a lot of expats also come here from non-native English speaking countries.
So speaking of Brexit, since that's what it feels like what we've been doing for the past few years, of course, Ireland also has the advantage of a very nice geographic location. On the one side, you have a lot of direct flights to the US, because it's kind of the closest English-speaking country if you think about it, because it's a little bit furthermore to the UK. But then, of course, you are close to the UK, and you're also very close to the still European EU countries that aren't the UK anymore. So you have, on the one side, UK is a strong trading partner, you have EU as a strong trading partner, and you're just like really short direct flights from the US away. So that also makes it a good location for expats, because that's what businesses prefer, but it's also really nice if you want to go home or you want to travel, like a lot of expats come here and then just do lots of weekend trips to different European or British cities, it's a great location.
Whether you catch Ryanair is up to you, but yes, you can see our opinion on that over there. And finally, why people love to come to Dublin or Ireland in general is because of the Irish. I'm sure for most of us here, from the time we were kids, we've heard some great stories about what a beautiful place the Emerald Isle actually is. Because I've heard stories about it in the landscapes and the nature, especially during the summer months when it's not raining. I'm not going to joke about the rain this time, I'm moving right by that.
Like a wind gust.
Yes. Watch one of our videos, I will tackle the wind. I'll leave the rain out, but the wind, ooh, that's another story. Now back on point, what's even better than that is actually the people. They're fun, loving, and you know, they're just great to get along with. And even it's not the natural beauty of the place, it's actually the human beauty that it feels like a wonderful place to just come visit. Actually, that's the crazy thing, is that we've had a couple of people come talk to us who have been actually just here on vacation, and they're like, it was such a great vacation that they start wondering, how can I make this vacation actually more permanent by living here for a couple of years? So it's that sort of magic. As you come here, you just almost get caught up. You know that once you come here, part of your life is going to be, you're going to find yourself in a pub. You're going to be having a pint, having great fun, singing along. It's just the feeling, the general vibe.
So if you've moved to Ireland or you're thinking about moving, let us know what are your reasons, what has drawn you to this beautiful country. And if you like videos about Ireland and being expats, make sure to subscribe so you'll see all the other great videos about Ireland.
And with that, we bid you adieu. Until the next video, see you soon.
Bye!
Bis später.